Welcome back to this Lenten devotional series based on Mark's Gospel. For day 6, we'll read Mark 9:26-29. After crying out and convulsing him terribly, it came out, and the boy was like a corpse, so that most of them said, "He is dead." But Jesus took him by the hand and lifted him up, and he arose. And when he had entered the house, his disciples asked him privately, "Why could we not cast it out?" And he said to them, "This kind cannot be driven out by anything but prayer." This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Seems like Jesus was always helping people back to their feet. Yesterday, we read how Jesus delivered the demonized boy. Turns out that the boy was so physically wiped out by this that he looked dead. But Jesus knew the boy just needed a bit of care. So he took the boy by the hand and helped him stand. And the boy was not the only one Jesus helped back to his feet that day. His disciples had been bowled over by their failure to help the boy, and it was all the more troubling because they had previously helped so many others with the same need, but not this time. So they asked Jesus why. That in itself is one gift this story gives. It's okay to ask the Lord why when a ministry effort doesn't work. We all want to know, and especially with healing prayer. Sometimes the Lord heals in amazing ways, but other times not. Same with deliverance ministry. And it's okay to ask the Lord why. In fact, it's more than just okay. We actually should ask why, not so that we can assess blame to anyone. Under Jesus' grace, there is no blame. Rather, we ask why because we want to minister more effectively the next time. One reason we often skip asking is that we just assume that whatever the outcome, it was simply God's will. So if there was no healing or deliverance, it must be God's mysterious will. Well, that's not what happened here. It plainly was the Lord's will for the man to be freed and healed. And Jesus answered their why question with a reason that could help them or us in the future. Jesus said, "This kind cannot be driven out by anything but prayer." What's up with that? Jesus didn't even pray. He just rebuked the evil spirit and it left. But he answered their why question by pointing specifically to prayer. Here's what I think he meant. If your prayer life is full and diligent day in and day out, then when the ministry moment comes, you are more ready to exercise the authority and power that is yours as Jesus' disciple. And Lent is a really good time to ask ourselves, does my prayer practice posture me in readiness to minister effectively or not? Here are a couple of questions to ponder as you look back over these verses. When was a time when your healing or deliverance ministry seemed to work? And when did it not work? To what would you attribute that? When a ministry has apparently not worked, is it faithful to ask why? Why or why not should you ask? And what would you say that your usual prayer practice does to equip you to minister or not? How might it do so better? God bless you.